My name is Ahsan Shamim. I'm currently working as a customer program manager for NVIDIA in Munich office. In the past, I have been working for Mentor Graphics for about 5 years, where I had different roles like TME, services lead, and a project manager. Before that, I was working for Fraunhofer Research Institute in Germany also. Regarding my studies, I did my bachelor's from NUST Islamabad and I graduated in 2009 in the field of information and communication systems. Then I did almost nothing for 1 year. I just relaxed and I moved to England in 2010 to do my master's degree. It was from University of Oxford in the field of computer sciences. From there, I moved to Finland to do another master's degree in the field of embedded computing. From Finland, I graduated in 2012 and I moved to Germany then, and I started working for Fraunhofer in the beginning, and then I moved to Mentor, and now I'm with NVIDIA for last 1 month. So as I said that I'm currently working as a customer program manager for NVIDIA in Munich office. So I can start by explaining what a program manager is. Program manager is actually one level above a project manager. So a program can have multiple projects within it. And when it comes down to the responsibilities of a project manager, this means that you have to plan, execute, control and track several activities within a project, and within program then you have to do it for multiple projects. So what I am doing right now is that I am the program manager for Audi. Audi is one of the world renowned German car manufacturers, and the program that I am working on is it's called ZFAS. It's a German abbreviation, but the English name is Central Driver Assistance System, and this is actually the ECU which would allow people to do autonomous driving by 2020. Yep, so that's the program, and we are planning it, executing it, and working with Audi to make it possible. CPM is a very interesting and very challenging role, but I can tell you from my experience that as long as your role is not challenging, you won't be able to keep your interest in it for a long time. So it has to stay challenging all the time. For me, for example, when it comes down to my responsibilities and what I feel about CPM, I think that I am responsible for the program. I am the one who has to make sure that what Audi is planning is in alignment with what NVIDIA is doing. So if we will just keep on developing the technologies which is not required by Audi for this program, it will be of no use. So I have to keep this planning execution in sync between these two companies, and I have to make sure that what we are delivering to Audi from NVIDIA will be used and will make this particular program a success. So I would like to start actually from the time when young Pakistanis are still students. So my first advice would be that never ever hesitate to try something. So as an example, as I said that I graduated from University of Oxford. I know a lot of people who had much better profiles than I had, but they just didn't apply for it because people had it in their mind that it's not possible. They probably require, like nerds or something like this. This is never the case. If you want to do something, just don't think about it. Like try it and it's going to be a success. When you try it and you have the passion, you make it a success yourself. You might have heard actually a lot of stories about, for example, Alibaba, but I can tell you, like honestly, from my story as well, that I started my professional career from Fraunhofer, and I was actually declined by Fraunhofer twice, but I still actually applied like third time for slightly different role, and then they said, okay, well, this guy. Actually, they told me that they said like your profile was probably not the best match, but we saw that you have so much interest that you're going to make it a success. So that's what they saw, and this is my advice. Like when you want to do something, try it, go for it. Don't give up. It's going to take 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but in the end, you are going to make it a success. Well, I think that, not that I think, I'm sure actually that one of the key success factors why I'm here where I am is because I was lucky enough to get good mentors, and I was lucky enough to decide good role models. This is one of the things about mentors and role models, that mentors have an affiliation with you. You know, they are a blessing. They will come to you. They will guide you. And role models, you have to decide. You have to decide who's your role model, and you have to then push for it as well. If I speak of myself, as I said, that I did my bachelor's information communication systems engineering, and it was a mix of IT and so many things, and I was never sure where to go. You know, I had this factor involved that I did bachelor's in the domain which was most popular, without even knowing what am I supposed to do next. So my supervisor, my bachelor's thesis supervisor, he guided me and he advised me. I am still very thankful to him. He told me, you know, like what is the competence that he sees in me, and he advised me to go for this particular degree, computer sciences. And when I went to England for my master's in computer sciences, I experienced something new. I was always a very good student in Pakistan, but somehow, even after working so hard, I actually failed in my first ever exam in the University of Oxford, and I was so disappointed, though, so sad about it. I thought maybe I took a wrong decision, but no, this was not the case. My same mentor, actually, I had a discussion with him because I was in contact with him along with my mom. They both guided me that it's not that I decided the wrong path, it's just that I experienced something new. So they guided me about my weaknesses as well, like this is something probably I have to improve. I had to change few things. I recovered well from the situation because of their guidance. When I started working, I had my hiring manager. He was a director of automotive. He was always guiding me about what are the strengths that he sees me in me, and what are my weaknesses. This feedback helped me a lot in deciding which direction do I want to go in the professional career. And I decided to go in this specific career in the project management, program management. And I think that this is definitely because of his feedback that helped me in deciding, that this is my strength and this is what I can do in a good way. So my advice would be that look around, see the people who are genuinely affiliated to you, listen to them, ask them about your competence, about your weaknesses. That really helps. As I said earlier, that mentors usually come to you, and they have a genuine affiliation. So I was very happy to hear about this initiative, Mentorev. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I actually genuinely felt that this platform feel concerned about the next generation and the students who are going to graduate, so they have a genuine feeling and they are trying to help. I heard about this new program, this summer mentorship program. I would advise that guys, please be a part of it. It's not going to harm you, it's just going to be a lot useful and a lot helpful for you.